All right, this is a one-speaker meeting. Please welcome our speaker tonight, Peter.
All right, Peter!
Congratulations. Peter Alcoholic. What is it, Pirate Night? Me without my patch. I want to thank Richard for asking me to come out and speak. It's always a privilege to be able to speak in an AA meeting. And where's that book? Here's the authority. I am not an authority, although I like to fake it. I like to pretend I am. All right, pull out your big pens, everybody. What, you haven't got a big pen? I want to congratulate all the CHIP people and Susan and Spence and Greg. Congratulations. There are no big deals, I was told. You know, there are no big deals anymore. You know, there's just deals. But to me, birthdays are big deals, and that's a big deal. Congratulations, all three of you. You know, I when I got here, I was a dark soul. You know, I was a big dark hole in this soul, and slowly lights came on, very slowly, and I could actually, I didn't see him in myself like I saw him. And Mick, great to see you. Mick was around when I came in here, and always a pleasure, always happy to see him.
Thank you, baby.
Looking healthy, too. It's always a plus around here, you know? For as my sponsor, Donald M., used to say, the long-timers. Not old-timers, the long-timers. Yeah, exactly. Whatever he said, I can't hear him. I'm too deaf. That's what happens when you stick around a long time. You get deaf. Huh? But slowly the lights started coming on, you know, and I didn't see him in myself as much as I saw him in you, you know. You start seeing those little lights coming on, and to me, one went on tonight when I watched Anna read chapter 5, you know, and she hit one word, I don't know, it was honesty. I think it was the word honesty. And bang, I saw a little light go on in her. And I know, I remember reading it the first time I was reading it, or the third time, I don't know. But boom, little lights went on in me when I hit words that, like, you know, ooh. And it was kind of like, it was nice to see, you know. I love those lights that go on. Love them. Because I started out in the light. You know, I didn't have this big black hole in my soul to begin with. I started out in the light. It wasn't my parents' fault. They did the best they could. I was born right here in Hollywood. I grew up down in Newport, and nothing for me, thanks. And my parents did the best they could, you know, but they had these 5 kids, Pat, Pete, Pug, Peg, and Pam. And, you know, we outnumbered them. You know, there were only 2 of them and 5 of us, and they didn't stand a chance. And my dad was a school teacher, and he had these 5 kids, and we lived in a very wealthy community in Newport Beach, and I knew we didn't fit in. So I always felt less than, and I was always having somebody else's shoes I was wearing, you know, and somebody else's bike that was painted 3 or 4 times. Never that new J.C. Higgins model, you know, or whatever was in vogue, but always one that was like, didn't even know the name of it. It had been painted so many times. Here's your new Christmas present. You mean my Christmas present? There's nothing new about it. Oh, I mean, thank you. But it was a great life. I had a great family life. It was a loving, caring family. We were always provided for. They never not took care of us, and they did the best they could. It's just, you know, I didn't want to be normal. I wanted to be special. You know, I wanted to be bitching. I wanted to be scary. I wanted to be cool. You know, normal was not in my radar. It's just, what was the point? All you are normal. I wanted to be special. And yet the day before I got here, day -1 on this program, all I wanted was one normal day in a row. You know, instead of, these are my opinions, by the way, that I'm sharing with you. I'm not an authority. Where's the book? Bring it up, the book. Here's the authority. Show him the book, Vanna. Here's the authority. What happened? Then he died of leukemia. I don't know where the hell I was, huh?
Let's see the pen again.
You want to see the pen again? That comes later. You only get to see the pen if you piss in public. I'm sorry, urinate in public. I haven't done that in months. Think this program doesn't work? That's progress. I used to pee from moving cars. Right out here. That's why they got that new rule. No urination in public. I want to know who did that. I want to know who that was. Come on, fess up. Program of rigorous honesty. Right, Annie? Tell them about it. Who was doing it out there? All right, where was I? Oh, yeah. I was drinking. I loved it. Are any of these mine?
All of them. Oh.
Ha! Love it. I was always a two-fisted drinker. I'm going to go with the big one. I'm just looking through you. Oh, man, that's good. I love to drink. I love to drink. I never was a sipper. I was I like a big gulper. You know, I like big gulps. I didn't mind wearing it either. I got in here and this guy Francisco, remember Francisco over at Architects? I drink more, I spit on my tie more than you drink. Francisco, he's a piece of work. I used to go, Francisco, you know, I really tried not to spill any on my tie. Never understood that one. I spill more on my tie than you drink. But he kept me coming back, you know. He kept me coming back. Oh, God. Anyway, I enjoyed a cocktail. I don't know about you. I'm built for a cocktail. I like drinking. I like the... I love that explosion into the eye. You know, when it got right up behind there and went in there, you know, and made all of it go. I like that. To me, that made it okay. Everything was okay. I didn't care who you were. I was fine. And I could deal with what or who or how you were. A lot of times you didn't even want to deal with me. That was fine too. I liked what it did. It changed me. It changed me. I didn't know that not until I got sober did I find out that I was this big scaredy cat. You know, I thought I was bulletproof and handsome as hell for years. Until I got sober and looked in the mirror. Ah! Anyway, I drank, and for as long as I was a sneak drinker. I was a liar and a cheat and a sneak, you know. I would sneak drink. When in school, I'd take the bus off, pat, poop, piss, or we'd all get on the bus and, you know, and go after, oh, shit, my homework, you know, and I'd jump off the bus and I'd go running back, and they're gone. They're all gone. Folks are at work, kids are at school, and I got the whole place to myself. Going to the fridge. You know, and they had beers all there sitting around. You know, you move one and move them around so it looks like nothing's, you know, missing. And in those days it was, you know, and I'm going to pop on Frank Sinatra's Only the Lonely. Each place I go. Only the lonely go. You know, and all of a sudden I was like grown up, you know, as I was cool. I was bitching. And I was in my own world, and it was fine. You know, I could invite anyone in I wanted. And I was like a sneak drinker. Nobody knew I did that. You know, that was just my little deal. And I liked the Fun Zone. I lived on the peninsula out in Balboa, and they had this place called the Fun Zone. It has a Ferris wheel and the circle thing, and the little knock the skee ball off and put the dime on the plate and put the fish in the ball ping pong thing and all this shit there, you know. And it was like weird people ran it too. I mean, you know, guys with eyes over here, and just cool shit. And they were bizarre, carny folk, man. I loved them. They were weird. They weren't normal. You know, I wanted to be like them. And so, you know, to escalate it a little, I got a scholarship in school. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't even read. Couldn't even read. And I got a scholarship. I was good with numbers, and I got the scholarship, and I went off to school back to Pennsylvania, back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to Carnegie Tech as an engineering scholar. Couldn't even read, and they gave me a scholarship. I wasn't there 6 months before they found out I was in the fine arts department using the engineering money. I couldn't even do that right, you know. I wanted to be an actor, so I'm in the fine arts department and using the engineering money, and then they found out, the science department found out that the thing and the bone, and I took the thing, yanked the scholarship, and a bap, and a boom, and a bing, and I'm bopping and dipping and sliding and moving and whipping and thing, and, you know, and you know. And it wasn't easy. You know, it was not easy keeping all those balloons in the air. This girl came over one night. You know, I started taking her clothes off. I went, I started taking my clothes off. And, you know, and the next thing it was, welcome to the wonderful world of drugs. And I love drugs. I loved what they did to me. You know, they allowed me to drink 5 times as much. I loved the uppers. I didn't like anything down. I like going that way. And I liked staying up, never liked sleeping, didn't want to ever go to sleep. Afraid I might miss something, you know. I like to be up and drunk. Better yet, up and drunk and continuing to drink and continuing to drink and be up. And it was a, want to dance? You know, just to keep that party going and all the balls in the air and juggling, and all those powders, you know. And I'm old. I'm a product of the 60s, you know, so I did all those purple powders and the acids and the mushrooms and the mescalines and the whatever the hell it was. I love the mushrooms, you know. I like them frozen. I like them dried. I like them in a shake. I always became an Indian and took my clothes off and then got airborne over something, hopefully water. You know, just blah. Loved all those psychedelic things, man. Loved looking at stuff with fur all over it, moving, vibrating fast. Loved looking at your face, knowing you're lying, watching that liar face pop off of you, you know. Carlos Castaneda. Never read him, but wanted to be him. Couldn't read, remember? Didn't know how to read. I would have read him, but I did his peyote. Man, it was like I didn't need to read. I could write. And I just did that for as long as I could. And I don't know the exact moment that it happened, but it all kind of came crashing to a halt. Financially, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, familially, every Lee, all the Lees, they all came together. And I came burping and farting into these rooms. And my first meeting was over, a little park over there in West Hollywood Park. Little Tuesday night candlelight book study. I was there for 6 months before I found out it was a game meeting. Didn't even know. That's how together I was, man. I didn't even know. The first night I was there, Ann Blair, God rest her soul, this big bull dyke, she was gorgeous. She could kick your ass, too, man. She came and she grabbed me the first night and she said, I'm your sponsor. And I went, whatever. And, man, she started dragging me to meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting all over town. And she stick me right on the door. I wasn't appointed by the, the president or whatever you call the head honcho in these things, the secretary. I wasn't appointed by the secretary, She just stuck me there. And there's an appointee across the door from me. I mean, someone who was actually appointed by the secretary. He's looking at me like, you asshole, what the fuck are you doing here? It's my job. I know, man, I know. It's like, the bull dyke. She'll kill you, man. And I'm over there being a greeter at all these big meetings like Camden on Monday nights and Cedars and Brentwood and all these big, hi, I'm Peter, 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 hi, I'm Peter. And I'm like really working at this job because I don't know about you, but when I was new, big thoughts were really hard to come by. I'm talking about stuff like, hi, I'm Peter. You gotta, it's like just to get it together who you were, to say it, and then forget about hearing your name. I never heard it. I was a little self-obsessed at the time. Never really caught your name. But as time went on, I began to hear a little bit. Because what happened here for me was I learned to hear here. I learned to hear here. And heard little things. Not big things, because I couldn't hold big things. In New York, they call it mocus. You're in mocus for the first 90 days. I don't even know what that means. To me, it's half mucus, half focus. It's like this foggy, buzzy kind of, milky dog eye thing, you're kind of, and when I was in mocus, I would hear like a thought. One night, a guy said, if you don't drink, you won't get drunk. Blew my mind. Blew my mind. Because my problem was I always got drunk. I just have one, just one. All right, give me another. And the next thing you know, I'm drunk. Every night. I'd quit. I'd quit. This January, I always quit in January. Quitting for the whole month of January. About January 26th, I'm off the wall. I'm climbing the wall. People are getting out of my way when they're seeing me a block away. They're, and then fuck it, it's almost a month. And bang, and I'd get so drunk that night, I might as well drank for the whole 27 days. I couldn't. If you don't drink, you won't get drunk. That one blew me away. That one was like, they never taught us that in health class. I never heard that one. Maybe I wasn't there that day, but I missed that one. When I heard that one in here, I swear to God, I had an earthquake in my head. Oh, wow, that's a good one. And so that's one I've hung on to. And then this other guy said, you gotta stay sober. You gotta believe in God. In fact, you have to talk to God on your knees out loud twice a day. Well, what an order. I can't go through with it. I remember hearing that guy, and I went, there's no way in hell. God hates me. I have pissed him off, or her, so many times, God doesn't even want to talk to me. I was an altar boy. I stole from the church. God doesn't want to talk to me. I used to work weddings as an altar boy down at Lady of Mount Carmel, down in Balboa on the peninsula there. And the guy'd come up and say, "You the altar boy?" Yeah, I'm the altar boy. Well, here's $25. Give it to the other 5 kids too. And, yeah, sure, no problem. That guy stiffed us. If I only knew their names, I'd make amends. Bobby, Billy, Timmy, Wani, Johnny, Bonnie. Bonnie, what a weird altar boy. No. Anyway, getting sober was like, every day was a trip, 90 meetings in 90 days. What a shocker. Nobody can go to 90 meetings in 90 days. I remember thinking that. No living human has ever gone to 90 meetings in 90 days. I remember that thought coming into my head going, what? Doesn't he have a life? My God, nobody. I couldn't go to 90 in 90. I'm a very busy guy. I got stuff to do today. Gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that disconnected phone back on. Gotta get that back on. Could be a lot of people trying to get in touch with me, wanting to give me stuff. Man, oh man. So, I just kept showing up here. I tell you, by the way, this is the authority. I don't know if I've shown you this. This is the authority. I might have read it. I'm not sure. I went to, book study meetings for 27 years, and we have to read something every week, so maybe I've read it. But I'm not one of those guys that sits down and reads the book, Why would you do that? I don't know. So, I think you should, but only because they told me to tell you that I think you should. If you don't know how to read, like me, you'll be fine. Just keep not drinking and showing up here and try to do something nice for somebody. That was the deal for me. They gave me this little pamphlet. It's like 2 pages, It's like this big and 2 pages. My kind of book. And it is just for today. Just for today, I will do something nice for somebody and not tell anyone about it. And if I do tell anyone about it, it doesn't count. Okay, now that's something I can deal with. There's a little game, there's a little competition, there's a little something. Now I got to go over and help you build your fence out in front of your place and paint it and stand in front of it, watch people walk by and go, wow, what a great fence. Who built that? And I got to sit there going, exploding to tell you, I did it. Me, Petey, I did it. I built it and painted it. Perfect, beautiful. Isn't it great? Now I got to help you put your fence up and do that and stand and watch people go by until I can't say anything to anyone. Which is terrible. Every day. I got to do something nice for somebody every day. So, and that could be anything, You're at a meeting and you hear somebody bitching and moaning and whining about their pathetic little life, and you walk up to them after a meeting and go, hey, Dick Lips, come here. You want to go get a cup of coffee? Yeah, All right, come on, let's go get a cup of coffee. So you go over and get a cup of coffee, you sit down, and he goes, and you're going, oh, really interesting. No, really interesting. Oh, now I remember why I'm an alcoholic. Sitting and listening to somebody sharing their whatever, it's helping somebody. Whatever you do to help, you do a little something for somebody every day for 16 days, you got 16 little bubbles in you. You're like the Michelin kid, floating, boom, 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 bumping into yourself. All of a sudden I started feeling better about myself. 29 days in a row of doing something nice for somebody and not telling anyone about it. Only person you can tell is yourself and God, So it's like, you and God are floating together. Well, the guy you don't even believe in, you're sharing shit with, On your knees, out loud, twice a day. Well, I didn't believe in God, so I had to pick, I wasn't going to pull a Catholic God, that nasty one who just beat well, he never touched me really, but I knew he didn't like me. So they said I could pick any God I wanted. So the ocean had kicked my ass on numerous occasions, so I picked the ocean. And I go down there every day, get on my knees in the sand and go, keep me sober today, I dare you. And at the end of the day, I go back there, get down my knees in the sand, and I go, way to go. And those are my 2 prayers every day. Keep me sober today, I dare you. Way to go. And I did that for 30-something days, until I just got tired of going to the ocean, you know. I live in West Hollywood. I didn't have a car. I had a bike. I take a bus. Get friends would drive me. Anyway, I go there, and I did for 30-something days. I just got tired of going to the ocean. I went, you know what? I heard in the meetings that a lot of you guys actually do it in your bedroom. On your knees. In fact, I heard one guy say, yeah, I stick my slippers under the middle of the bed, and I get down on my knees and get the slippers out every morning, and when I'm down there, I pray. I went, I don't even have any slippers. Okay? And my mattress is on the floor. Can't really get under there, can I? But I figured, well, I'll just make it in my room anyway. Call it, you know, God, for lack of a better word. And, you know, it's still the ocean, but, and I won't ask for stuff for myself. I said that the first day. And then the second day I went, I got to pay the phone bill on Friday. Got the little red thing in the mail. If you're not busy, ocean. And, bang, Friday, check had come for the phone bill. Wow. Nice. You know, and so I started talking to God on a daily basis out loud twice a day on my knees, and on certain days all day long. You know, certain days when I'm shaking like a willow all from the inside out and everything. How you doing? Fine. You know, oh my God, and you're just taken over with the fear. I mean, taken over with the fear. Well, go in the bathroom and get on your knees and pray to God. Oh, okay. It's not working. You know. All day long, outrageous fear, just taking over. I'll walk into a room full of people I don't know, and I want to leave. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to do it. Just shut down out of fear. And yet, walking through it, showing up and walking through it. You don't know that I'm shaking like a leaf. I know it's on the inside. I know it's in there, and I'm shaking. I'm trying to go, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you. Good looking tie you got on there, Bill. How are you? And inside, it's all, hey, be there, and it's just like, hi, you need somebody to work for you today? They don't know what's going on in there. They don't. I got 70 people talking over here and arguing with the other 18 on this side. And how come it's lopsided and there's 17 here and 18? And it's like, you want me to do what today? Sure, let me get my pen. Just, whoo. And, well, they say we will be restored to sanity, but they don't say when. That's the part, that's why I keep hanging around. Anyway, I kept adding stuff, my little prayer. Just kept adding stuff every day, stuff I wanted. I mean, what do you tell me, don't pray for things for yourself, pray for others only. Well, you're not there when I'm praying. How the hell will you know? I'll pray anything I want. So I started asking for stuff that I needed, like the rent on Thursday, like a tomato, like whatever. And I just started adding and adding, building them up. And the woman I drove out of the country 28 years ago, she came back after the first year. I went down there 6 months to Puerto Rico. How am I doing, huh? Hey, huh? 6 months. She went, keep coming back. Went down there 9 months. Hey, keep coming back. She came back, gave me my 1-year cake, moved back in and went, house is getting to be in order. Yes, it is, my dear. You better get that other meeting. What do you call it? Where there was, the Scientology pour the hot lead in your ear thing, Al-Anon. You better get that one and go on over there because you live with an alcoholic. So she did. She's over there, one right now. It's on Westwood Boulevard there at 7:30, Wednesday nights. This Wednesday? Yeah. And she might have made a little more progress than me. I don't know. But she got that thing, and they teach you there to talk and share with your partner on a daily basis. So like you're up to date in each other's life. The shit hits the fan, the other one can help unplug the fan. because you're up to date in each other's lives. You're sharing stuff on a daily basis about what happens. All those little resentments that build up, and all of a sudden that they build up and you don't say anything to the other person about them, all of a sudden you hate the person that you're supposed to love, So you got to get rid of those little resentments daily, just daily. You're only as sick as your secrets. They have this thing around here. And I pray and I meditate every single day. I get on my knees out loud twice a day on my knees. And from Keep Me Sober Today, I dare ya. And way to go. Now I get up every morning and I say, Dear God, thanks for keeping me sober yesterday. Please help me stay sober today. Help me have more faith, love, respect, and understanding in you, others, and in myself. Help me have more patience with others. Help me be a better person, continuing to grow in all aspects of my life. Physically strong, mentally awake, morally straight. Help me to grow spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, and physically, so that I can work your will at all times for the persons who are still sick and suffering. Take care of Eileen, her family, my family, all those people we know, all those people we love, and all people. Help Eileen and I grow as a couple, loving each other more every day, caring for each other, trusting, respecting, sharing, liking, loving, helping, caring, protecting, directing, respecting, and correcting. Thank you for yesterday, God. Make today a wonderful day. Go before me as I travel throughout the day, protecting me, guiding me, watching over me in all that I do. Help me to be a better person and a better human being. Help me to grow as an artist and as an actor. Help me to be happy, joyous, and free in all my affairs, and let me spread the wealth wherever I go. Let me make a lot of money today, God, so I can get ahead financially. Help me to pay off the wreckage of my past, present, and plan and save for the future. Help me to grow, prosper, and succeed in all my endeavors. I humbly ask you to remove my shortcomings. Make me aware of my defects of character so I can improve and correct myself on a daily basis. Take away my fear of success, God. Help make me very successful so I can share my success with others who are less fortunate. Thank you for everything you've given me, everything you've taken away, and everything you've left me. Thank you for my life. I love you very much. And at the end, I talk about whatever's happening that day. And my life has continued to get better and more fun than it's ever been in my whole life in 27 years of sobriety. And I'm having a blast. Thanks for letting me come and share.